Alright, so I've been playing Borderlands 2 for a really long time. I have about 5,000 hours on this Steam account. I've played on a different Steam account. I've played on like my brother's computer and stuff. I've played on like the 360 and the Xbox One. So I've been playing Borderlands for a while, and it's been a really long time since I played a completely fresh wipe of Borderlands 2. So that is what I want to do right now. I've deleted every character. I've reset my BA rank on my characters, so I don't have like 40% buffs to every stat now. It's all the way back down to 0. I will probably be using it throughout the run, and we are going to be starting with Salvador. Now, the reason I want to start with Salvador is because I am going to be swapping items between the characters, so I just think that it'll be the easiest for us to get the early farming done. And then if we need to pass off items to a harder character, like I am really bad at Krieg, we will have that for Krieg. And so hopefully that'll be good for that. I will also be running BL2 Fix for this run. It will make farming a little bit faster in UVHM. It doesn't necessarily make the run easier. It'll just cut out a lot of the unnecessary time waste of farming and sinking hours in with RNG and stuff like that. It'll allow us to skip cutscenes and dialogue. So, non-essential stuff that doesn't actually technically make the game easier, just faster. I will also be recording this stream, so if I ever just start, yes, it is. If I ever start going off on a generic tangent, that's why. Alright, we're going to be doing our first little skip here in a second. So we go ahead and grab this part of the quest, and then we go over here to trigger the save point through the wall, and go ahead and save quit. I probably won't be noting every single time that we have a skip like this, but just for the sake of helping people learn skips, I know the game's been out for a while, but there's a couple people who don't know. And then I'll also try to like keep some of the XP farming in, because there are a bunch of XP farms you can do early that I like to do, and they're really consistent and nice for just about every character. So that'll be things like Boom Boom, Bad Maw, Mutated Varkids, maybe Clan Wars with McZafford, maybe back to like something else, and then back to Mutated Varkids before we do a Warrior fight. But pretty much just stuff like that I'll try to keep note of. Try to cut out pretty much anything that isn't quite as interesting though. We are playing the funny bug-riddled character. We are. And I will be using bugs. It is just a part of Borderlands 2 at this point. They're not touching the game. And that's also why I wanted to play Salvador first, is that I can do a bunch of the easy farms with him and just run it like that. Alright, first bug we're going to take big advantage of. Double shot. And kind of multi-shot. You haven't touched this game in 3 years. Dude, I haven't played Borderlands 2 in months. Like, legitimate months. I just haven't felt any desire to touch the game. Elden Ring's been your addiction? Mine's been Destiny 2. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna play Borderlands for about 3 hours, and then I'm gonna stop recording it, and then we're gonna I'm gonna play Destiny. I don't know if I'm gonna stream it, but I'm gonna play Destiny. The reason Milk won't drop reload is because he's on controller. Yes. I've been playing Borderlands 2 on controller for an incredibly long amount of time. And I will not stop. I will continue to play controller. Drop reload is cool. Being able to aim faster on mouse and keyboard is cool. But I'm just a controller guy. I've played it on Xbox first, so it's just kind of natural for me. And it's not really worth the switch at it like anymore. Yeah, the Skyrocket is way too overpowered. There's like basically everything early game you can just skip as long as you have some amount of grenades on you. It's super duper OP. But it's great because we're going to be playing this game a lot. So I need a way to get through the early areas as fast as possible. Alright, so we're not going to be farming Boom Boom quite yet. We're going to go ahead and fight him. We're going to get through Captain Flint. And then we will be backtracking with the ship so that we can spawn right over there. and just throw grenades up at them. Farm them that way. Okay, no good shotguns yet. That's totally fine. We have a lot of tokens already. Okay. We're gonna use those. We are. I know BA rank, bad, you know, stuff like that. Oh man. But we're gonna pretend that we're like a new player, and we're gonna actually take advantage of the full game. Right, so we're running up here, jump across to here, climb up this chain. This is like the normal way to skip this area. And we'll just keep moving. Now, cool, he went ahead and moved. If he does get stuck on that lift, you can drop your FPS to 30, and that will fix him. And also a minor note from a thing that I just noticed, if you get shot in this game, it imparts a little bit of physics on your character for some reason, and it will deny you your ability to jump. So it's a very minor window that happens, but it is a thing that could happen. And also for here, what we're doing is we're setting up to block Captain Flint, or at the very least, just deal a lot of damage to him super early. Because we should be able to just stand in his way. And now, even if we go down, we're basically guaranteed this fight. Like, we do win this. I'm going to let myself get downed, just so that I can guarantee I'm not burning to death after the kill. And now we can go ahead and just chuck some grenades and just clear this out, no problem. Let's put a point into insight. The movement speed will be nice. Alright, so from here, we enter here, we turn right back around. We can do this probably until about level 8 or 9, and then we could push from there. I'll probably stop at level 8. Level 9 would probably be preferred though. We'll kind of just see based on the XP that we get from this though. Alright, so we're going to get up on here. I'm just going to jump, blind throw. We got one of them, and that's totally fine by me. We'll take that. Alright, level 7. Alright, level 8. Alright, level 9. One more point into insight. And while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and use a couple of these. I don't know why I have so many already. Probably going to assume that I need to get rid of a couple. But I'll mess around for a second. Okay, that's enough. This is enough for right now. That is already too many stats. I'll leave it alone for a while. That's plenty. Alright, so we specifically avoid the fast travel there. And that is so later in the mission, we can grab the objective and go ahead and just jump off the side of the map. And then we'll spawn right next to that door again. I'm still alive. Alright, got the core, jump off the side. Grab all 3 of these, and say quit. This will put us right in the middle of town. If you're on a console, probably just walk up to here. I don't think that you'll really save time whenever you factor in waiting for that loading screen to kick in. And I think that kind of goes for a lot of these skips, where it's just like skipping walking by save quitting. If your console is a little too slow, might be worth just taking the extra couple seconds to walk back up there. Alright, we're going grenade first. Grenades are just too nice early. I totally forget they exist in late game though, unless I'm playing like Axton or maybe Krieg. But on pretty much everyone else, I just use them to grenade jump. So I really just kind of forget to equip anything for them. Alright, enter Frostburn Canyon. Walk forward a little bit, basically just to burn time. I don't think it's a detection radius, but there's something in there that actually triggers the Elasco to spawn in that puddle. So we'll go ahead and just run in and out twice. Now we're guaranteed to have 2, and that'll be good for us because we have 2 hands. Alright, number 1 and number 2. So we're going to hold both of these. We might go for a Hoarder class mod. I'm not going to like actively seek one out because we'll probably just find one as we play. But the current move is pretty much only to Gunzerk if I need the extra damage or the healing. And that's about it as of right now. And if I'm using it for damage, I'll go ahead and shoot through the first magazine and then Gunzerk because it'll refill it instantly. And then we'll have 2 Leskos. Alright, this is kind of a good example. And Gunzerk, and now they're both full. I could probably get away with wearing that. But yeah, early, this is insane damage. Of course, it's because I'm holding 2 guns, and 2 guns is just literally 2 times damage right now. But yeah, the Lesko is just super duper nice. I feel like I might get more use out of this though, just with being able to Gunzerk to instantly top back off. So that might be the move for right now. Realistically though, we're just going to be crouching on skyrockets, so it doesn't really matter too much. Like for this area right here, the spawns are pretty much guaranteed to be the exact same spots every time, so I might as well just, you know, skyrocket where I know they're going to be. Preemptively break these to avoid dying, and then we're not going to open anything. There's this weird sort of rule in the game where if an ammo reserve is at like 1/3 capacity or less, it will give you more of that item as a drop. So if I'm at 1/3 grenade capacity, it'll drop more grenades. If I'm at 1/3 SMG ammo, more SMG ammo. Stuff like that, basically. So if you're really trying to min-max using a certain item at a time, it's really good to just do that specifically. Get rid of that guy. That's everyone for the first phase. Go ahead and, you know, spec this point. And then they spawn over here. There's a couple waves that spawn up here, a couple psychos that spawn down here. It's pretty easy to juggle though. You can pretty much just stand here and do that. Run out of grenades. That's alright, we'll just walk up on them. Run back away. Clear this guy because he's a little too close. And just go right back to nading them. Alright. So that guy dies to that. We could probably whip one there and that might get him. Cool. Alright, so that's that area cleared. Yeah, the spawns are pretty consistent. If you know where to put your skyrockets, it's super duper easy. I don't know if anyone has a problem here, but if you do, just keep that in mind, I guess. Just skyrocket exists, use it, learn how to angle it. It'll definitely take care of you. Alright, Ellie. After talking to her, it's really nice to just save quit here, just to guarantee that the vehicles that spawn actually count towards your mission, because they are a higher priority spawn. Alright, this is our next XP farm. So, little difficult to start, but it's almost guaranteed later on that we'll level up with him. Alright, so we get in here, buy a couple grenades, and then we can immediately just walk right back out. And since we don't have the Three Horns Valley fast travel, we don't have any fear of it overriding us spawning here. But if you do have the Three Horns Valley fast travel, you can get your fast travel pulled to there. So if you were to save quit, it might do that to you. And yeah, we're pretty much just looking for XP. If you pick up grenade mods, they give you extra grenade ammo back. So you can go ahead and use those to keep this farm alive. If not, you just walk right back into Bloodshot Stronghold, you go ahead and get yourself a couple more grenades, and you just come right back out. I might do this till like level 12, maybe 13, whatever we feel like we really need, or just whenever the XP starts to fall off. And this will be level 12. Alright, cool. I might push this to level 14. I don't know quite yet. It might be a little bit of a drag if I did that. We'll keep level 13. That's like probably going to be the peak of it. I could also, after we get done with Bloodshot, I could farm the rats for a Stormfront and also just for XP themselves. But I feel pretty comfortable pushing through Wilhelm. And then after we get through Wilhelm, we can of course grab, we can grab Mighty Morphin first. And then we get Sanctuary into the air. We go to Caustic Caverns and we farm XP there. If you don't feel comfortable with that, just, go the Stormfront route. You can get like level 18 through there. It's super nice. You get a fun grenade from it. You get pretty easy bossing, I would say. So you could do that too. I could go for a Hoarder build early on. Just go absolute Gunzerk duration. Go chance to not pew ammo whenever pew. Go chance to get ammo whenever pew. Just do all that stuff. Because I don't really need money shot early on. And also that would help with the Pimp Rocket later. So that might be the move. Alright, so I went through Bloodshot pretty normal. There is a big jump you can do in there, but I'm really not great at it. So I go ahead and avoid that one, but I do a couple here. Just a couple short ones. I need to get better at grenade jumping. It's been a while. We'll get used to it again. At what stage are you gonna Pimp Rocket? 15. Nah. Whenever I just need to melt a boss, probably early on. And then whenever we get later into the game, I'll probably crutch on it a lot. Well, I could start at 15, because that's just when Pirate DLC starts. I could just go do that. I could go grab it right now. And then level up within like an hour. And then that could just be it. So, second big skip is right here. We just throw a grenade there. Jump this wall. There is an invisible wall here. You could grenade jump over it, or you could just, concerningly, walk around it, because it does kind of end right there. Now we're going to try to melt the boss. It would probably be advisable to save quit here to get my Gunzerk back, but we'll be fine. So we get the boss down, run over to the save point, and save quit. I would think farming to 80 from Badmaw is a good area to Pimp Rocket. Yeah, probably. That is basically how I plan to hit level 80. I'll just Pimp Rocket from there, I think. I can go to, like, Bottle Gobbler. One of the vendors there sells everything. Like, there's a weapon vendor there, so I could get rockets there. Digipeak? Yeah, I'm gonna be doing Peak Skip. Because we have 6 characters to get through, essentially, for one run. Because this is 6 back-to-back characters that we're doing here. So, yeah, probably. We'll be doing Peak Skip, we'll be doing Nuke Boss to Oblivion. I'll get a World Burn, we'll get a Norfleet, we'll take the Norfleet to clear the other DLCs. We might skip Peak on every single character, except for Krieg. Because I am bad at Krieg Skip, and I think it would literally just be easier on everybody if I just did it instead. And also it would be kind of like a proof of like, hey, I can do Peak on my worst character. It's not going to be good, but I can do it on my worst character. So I think that'll be good too, probably. So we'll be doing that. I'm also thinking of doing, I don't know, a challenge run every once in a while. Like, maybe if I stream for like 6 hours one day, the first 3 will be like this. The second 3 will be like a challenge character. And then, like, maybe I'll do, I don't know, I might start doing subreddit stuff again. The subreddit is always just kind of the same content, though. It's like, oh, Infinity posting. Oh, guys, I got this perfect sham. Admire it. And do not think about the fact that I could have spawned this in, or the fact that this is technically easy to find or anything like that. Just admire it. Look at my stuff, please. But yeah. Did you think about the order of characters? Not really. I might vote for it. Krieg is going to be last, though. We'll be doing Salvador. I was kind of hoping I could do Maya next because she's, like, my main character that I play, so she's, like, super easy. But I could just leave it up to a vote, honestly. And I don't know where I would host that poll, but I might host a poll for that as well. Sal, Maya, Zero, Axton, Gage, Krieg. That would be a good order, I think. That'd be like my safest, easiest order. And then since it's new tech, I might also show off the infinite kill skill thing. You know, where Maya has Backdraft, Gage has Shock and Og. I might show those off because that's kind of fun to use. And I might just take advantage of it too. The Gage and Maya skills? Yeah. I don't know if I want to use it against the raid bosses though, you know? Because like I could totally just do that for Gage and Maya and be like, oh wow, the raid bosses died. That's, what a surprise. And like technically I would be right to do that. Technically I could, you know? But it would feel weird. It'd feel super weird to do. But also, yes, if there is a cheese for a raid boss, I am doing that cheese on every character. If I could just sit there and, like, break a boss and then melt a boss down and be like, look, done, I will do that. That doesn't work for a lot of situations, though. Like, dragons don't really have a break. Vora does. I could get through the floor and just shoot them for a year, and that would count. Zero could bore a couple of the bosses, but it'd be really hard to get because OP10 is rough. Alright, so we get up here, put our grenade on. I don't have a rocket or else I would use that. Throw it somewhere here. As long as we don't go forward, that save point up ahead doesn't trigger. And for some reason our spawn is just at the fast travel. Because this game is very well made. It's super OP. And it just works like that. I don't know why, but it does. So yeah, we can skip like this. Check this in case there's something good. It's a rocket launcher, it's kind of good. It's also a Vladoff, so we could use it for infinite rockets. Like I could hold a Vladoff in my left hand, I could hold a bandit launcher in my right hand. We could just infinitely shoot bandit launchers at people. That could be kind of funny. Alright, yeah. This fight, Salvador, 2 guns, 1 boss, super easy. Alright, there we go. Infinite Bada Boom, or Infinite PBFG, or a few. Yeah. Well, the PBFG wouldn't work because it consumes 2 ammo. And the way the Vladoff launcher bug works is it reduces the ammo cost by 1, technically. So anything that requires half an ammo breaks it, anything that requires 2 or more will have a 1 reduced cost on it. So I would get double the ammo capacity basically with it, but it wouldn't work as much as you would want it to. Like I couldn't use the Topnia with it because Topnia would cause the Vladoff cycle to happen. I couldn't use anything that requires 2 or more ammo. Stuff like that. Rocketeer? Yeah, I could probably just grab a Rocketeer, you're right. That would be faster. And I totally plan on trying to get, like, a Sham or some good Absorb Shield at level 50 so that we can enter UVHM rocket jumping right away. Because that would be super duper nice. You forgot the 2 ammo on E-Tech? Yeah. And then since Topney is Vladoff, it breaks it too. Oh yeah, this is going to be loud. Something about save quitting here causes the audio to break for the explosives. Yep, this sucks. Ah, please. Make it stop. Lilith, help me. Please. Please. Thank you. It would work with the striker? It would. That would be really underutilizing Salvador as a character, but it definitely would. Or I could just shoot a Pimpernel and hold a rocket launcher in my right hand. And that is not fair, but it's technically a point, I guess. So yeah, some noises in this game ignore your audio settings for some reason and just play at maximum volume. So realistically, what I should be doing is I should have all of my audio settings maxed out, and I should use the volume mixer built into Windows and adjust it from there. But I'm dumb, and I'm gonna forget to do that in about 2 minutes, so it's not gonna happen. And I feel like that's how everyone else operates too, so I don't really feel bad about it. Okay, so mutated Varkids. You grab the Mighty Morphin quest before you get Sanctuary in the air so that you can still grab it. And then you just come here, wait for one of these guys to evolve, do the thing. And if you don't kill him and you save quit, you do have to go to Tundra Express to finish the quest. And by finish it, I mean just kill the one. You don't want to kill multiple of these and like grab their stuff. Because if you grab 4, you can't make any more. Be careful pressing your pickup button anywhere near them, because even if you're like over here and you press it, you grab it, and you can only do that 4 times and then you're done. So if you accidentally grab 4, you're done. So if you whiff grabbing an item on the floor, it might scoop one up. If you press reload and you're on controller, you might pick one up. So just keep that in mind while you're farming. Don't pick anything up or interact with anything if they're nearby, unless you're really sure you're looking at the item you want and it's hovering the pickup button on it. That's just like, you need to make sure that's a thing. Like, even if you go to click on one of these pods, it might grab another one. Alright, level 16. So we're level 17. The XP from here on won't be as good, so it's probably just worth moving on. We're going to push up until we can get through Clan Wars. We'll farm Clan Wars for XP. And I'm assuming that we'll be out of time by then, because it's already been an hour and 40. Even though that doesn't feel like very long, it's been an hour and 40. So yeah, we'll just have to see. Okay, we're going to do this a kind of normal way. But there are a couple ways to go about this area. You can entirely leave this map, drive around it, and enter from the backside of it if you really want to be like the most safe man in existence. There are a couple grenade jumps you can do. You could go the normal way that you're supposed to go across that one lift, you know? Like, these are all options you have. We're gonna go the way that doesn't blow up the bridge, though, because that one's just, like, easier to keep track of and do to me. We just hug the outside of this railing. The exploder that normally spawns here won't explode. You can just go around. Alright, cool. His health bar is down. We can pretty much just pre-fire that. And then we just need to DPS down the shield. He'll stop regenning it pretty soon. And then it's just guaranteed win. So yeah, as long as you're like level 17 or 18, you get like 4 skyrockets on him, you can win. If you're level 18, probably more like 3 skyrockets. Maybe like 2 if you're 19 or 20 or something like that. But you probably are just burning time if you're that high of a level at that point. It is good to be safe. It's good to be over leveled, it definitely is. The only place I wouldn't really do that is like the end of TVHM. You want to be level 50 and that's it. You don't want to go any higher, because whenever you enter UVHM, you'll be whatever level you are with level 50 gear. So you'd be like level 53, 54. Mobs would be level 53, 54. You'd have level 50 gear. Realistically, that's not that big of an issue, but everybody wants you to think it is, so I'm gonna just go ahead and give you the advisory that it kinda sucks. But it's not bad if you can get through Captain Flint. Captain Flint is just kind of the main sticking point, I would say, for UVHM start. Alright, Sanctuary is back in the air. We're gonna get our XP relic, and then we'll go to Clan Wars, we'll farm that out, get a Slaga, get a good Maggie, and then just push on from there. Probably tomorrow, I would imagine that we're gonna get close to the 3-hour mark by then. So yeah, probably just get Clan Wars done. And I guess I can show a skip. Everyone's kind of familiar with this skip though, but I can go ahead and show off a skip while we're here. It's really basic, a lot of people already kind of know about it, but you boost here, you're jumping up off of this rock right there, you wind up here. Then you just take your car up over here, jump out because it's going to fly off the edge probably. And then you're up here. You saved yourself a ton of walking, super nice for you. From here you can run away from this gravesite. This will force the bell to instantly start ticking down, and then they'll basically spawn like you were in a normal farm, and you won't have to sit there and listen to dialogue and stuff like that. So yeah, now they just spawn like their enemies like they normally would. Just get rid of them. And then this is where BL2 Fix comes in. So from here, we turn in the quests. If we don't like the roll we got on our equipment, we can use Iridium 2 at a time to re-roll it, try to get a better roll. Now it looks like 5.8 might just be the highest I'm going to get, so we're going to stick with 5.8. Go ahead and equip that. I'm going to hold on to this until TVHM. We'll upgrade it. UVHM, upgrade it again. And we'll pretty much just keep it on us until we hit level 80, because leveling up just takes too long. So the more we can put towards that effort, the better. And now we can go ahead and continue with Clan Wars. This is a weird moment where the game thinks it's smart to converge all of the AI on one point to keep them from getting in the way, but instead, they're literally walking towards the spot to block him. Like, why would this be the move? I don't know. But yeah, if I wouldn't have stood in the way and blocked a couple of them, these all would have just crowded around and blocked McZafford here, and then he would have sat here and messed with them the entire time. So body blocking them is kind of useful. If that doesn't work, you can try to just save quit out of it. But like, that area just kind of sucks. They aren't smart. They walk into each other and then they just kind of get stuck. And you could wait it out, or you could save quit and re-roll the dice, but neither one is kind of nice to do. Alright, so we can save quit here. We leave the bar, and then we can save quit again, and this will put us right next to the fast travel. Saves a bunch of walking and some time, unless you're a console player, in which case, just walk, it's gonna be faster. But for everybody else, you can just do this. And then from here, it's pretty much just the normal missions. Cool. Easy. You could do a money farm here if you really wanted to. There are videos about it. I'm not going to do it or necessarily talk about it because it is a waste of your time, realistically. Like, forward progress and just like selling stuff you find along the way is just going to be better for you. Farming the actual end of this mission line is better for you. There are just so many better things to do here than sit there and just press a money chest a bunch. So I don't want to waste your time with that. I don't want to waste anyone's time with that. Basically, for some reason, entering and exiting the bar will count as crashing the wake. Even though you don't have to fight anybody, you don't even like aggro anybody, you don't do anything to anybody in there, it'll still count. So we just walk in, open this door, and walk back out. And it counts. Now we just need to go talk to Ellie. We can go ahead and get our XP farm set up. And then we're pretty much good to just farm XP for the rest of the day. We'll do it till like level 20, level 21. And we're pretty much on level for it too. Alright, so yeah, we grab that. Go ahead and contemplate the shields. I'll keep on mine for right now. And then we go to Lynchwood. We just jump down, start farming McZafford till he gives us a good Maggie, use the Maggie to farm for his Slaga, and then go back to farming McZafford since he's just the faster XP farm. Alright, so no drop. As long as you don't kill all the mobs here, you don't have to worry about the mission locking in. So just get in, kill one of them, get out. That's all you need to do. If you're just here for XP, maybe you could go ahead and finish the quest. Guarantee you a big set of mobs to farm with like a skyrocket or something like that. I don't really want to do that though because that's a lot more stuff to deal with. So we're just doing this instead. Alright, level 19. I think I can equip that Maggie now. I can. It's good and bad. The grip is super good. The scope I'm not a big fan of. And then twofer actually makes us require more ammo compared to the amount of damage we deal. Because if we just had a damage prefixed weapon, it would deal more damage per ammo spent. Versus this one, which deals more damage whenever you shoot it, but it'll cost you a lot more ammo overall. So like, this is cool. If it wasn't twofer and it didn't have that big old scope on it, I would love it more though. But I mean, it nearly one cycles him, and we got a Slaga. So cool. Now we can go ahead and equip that, and then we'll just have that in our offhand, and we can continue to farm. I'm going to go ahead and set up the equipment really quick, though, because in Borderlands 2, the second weapon you pick up out of 4 is the one you have equipped whenever you spawn in. I don't remember exactly what the rule is about that. Besides, that is just how it is. And I don't really know why it is how it is. It's just how they keep track of it, I guess. I don't know. And now we just do this to level 20, maybe 21 if we feel good about it. Alright, level 20. I'll push a little further and see how much XP it is. But we might just cap it at that. 21 would be nice, though. Alright. I went ahead and pushed for level 21. Figured why not. It was super fast anyway. We could push for 22. God, oh, it's almost worth it. It's only like 20 kills and, well, I mean, we do them about this fast. So, okay, I'm going to keep going to 22 anyway. Alright, level 22. It's definitely overkill. I wouldn't advise it. It's really not worth doing. But yeah, this is our current build. End of day 1. We've got movement speed over here. The reload speed's also nice, but we really just want to run faster. We've got Inconceivable because it's just such an overpowered skill. The way it technically works, if I remember correctly, is every half second, it decides if you're going to consume ammo or not for that half second. So that's why you get so many money shot chains that look so ridiculous, is because it's really not testing per bullet. It's testing the bullets fired within that duration of time before it decides again if it's going to let you do it again. And then they'll last longer because Gunzerk duration obviously is just nice to have. I'm going to get the cooldown skill for right now, but we don't need it in the future. We will get to the point where Gunzerk will just sustain itself and we'll have it cooled down while we're using it. So we won't even need cooldown skills or anything like that, and we can just focus more on other stuff after that. So maybe like all in the reflexes for the reload speed, maybe 5 shots or 6 if I'm not running anything that I want to money shot. And then we could just get Yippee-Ki-Yay, and then double your fun, get some, stuff like that, just to get our Gunzerk to cool down faster, so we don't have to get this. But yeah, that is day 1. Overall, not terrible progress. We have pretty nice equipment, and it's pretty good. Clocking in at about 2 hours, 9 minutes. In game time, about an hour 55. Not bad. So hopefully within a day or 2, we will be done with normal mode. We'll push through TVHM pretty easy. I need to put Pirate DLC in there somewhere. I'll figure that out as we go. And then we'll push UVHM, we'll get our farms unlocked, we'll get the raid bosses deleted, and then we can start a new character. And we'll do that with all 6 of them. Maybe I'll throw a challenge run in, stuff like that. I don't know. So yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. See you later.